Hello, YouTube. I am back. Yes, sir. We are live. Amazing. What's going on, guys? All right. Good Sunday. Good evening to everyone. Happy Sunday. Hope your day is well. In case if you guys do not know who I am the conservative, and I speak on current events and our current political climate. And by the way, before I go in, I have to acknowledge this day. Today is just an amazing day. 77 degrees. I mean, completely just a great day to come out and just a great day to go out and just enjoy the outdoors. It's amazing, you know. And considering that today is a rest day, you people should take advantage of it. So, before we get into the show, there are a few things that I need to go through. Now, for those of you that have visited my my broadcast, my live broadcast before, you people should be pretty familiar with the rules. But for those of you that are just joining, or if you haven't joined in a long time, let me refresh your memory as far as the very things that I would expect you guys to do if you are a if you're going to join my broadcast. First thing that I need you to do is right here. So first thing I will need you guys to do is hit the like button if you're tuning into the show. Also, I'm going to need you guys to leave a comment during and after the show. It helps with the algorithm with the show. So just do it. It helps. It helps the it helps the live stream in the long run. Once again, another reminder to like the live stream. And also, if you want to join the show, I'm going to leave the link. There's the link at the bottom where you can click onto to join to also be a part of the show. Or if you want to sit back and enjoy my monologue, you can do that as well. But um, my call to action would be that for the ones that want to join the show, you are more than likely to do so. I will not restrict you from doing so. So, with that being said, let's get into the show. So, as you guys as you guys should know, well, basically you guys should know the topic of this broadcast because the title is listed from from above, and the title states Happy Perverted and Deviant Sex Month. So we will speak on that. By the way, um for the month of June, June has officially have been branded Perverted and Deviant Sex Month. Yes, you heard what I said. Um what I stated was not a typo. This month of June is dedicated to Perverted and Deviant Sex Month. Now, they have another name for it. They call it Pride Month, but we all know that it's really Perverted and Deviant Sex Month. That is what they are promoting and celebrating for the month of June. And I don't know why they won't just come out and just admit it that they are all for perverted and deviant sex. And they want to celebrate perverted and deviant sex. They're even willing to go as far as grooming children by implementing this month into every single business, every single school. I mean, it's unbelievable how this month is being infiltrated. You even have corporate sponsors that are now trying to pitch in and cave into um, the very group that is behind the perverted and deviant sex month, which will be the 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 LG whatever group. I call them the confused group. The confused group really is the group that are really pushing this agenda, and corporate sponsors, politicians, and many others are embracing this type of I mean this type of thinking. And I find it ironic that that children who are not of age to drink liquor or to even witness heterosexual pornography of any form are yet going to be exposed to um, sexualized men and women engaging in in deviant and perverted sex among each other. Don't you find that ironic? Find that very, very, very ironic. But let's get into the origin of Pride Month. Where did it come from? How did it originate? Where did we all of a sudden start to celebrate a month in which homosexual men and homosexual women are engaging in perverted and deviant sex? Well, it all started in the late 60s, 1960, well, 1969 to be exact, where the Stonewall Inn in New York City was raided by the police um, to crack down on on homosexuals that were residing in that inn, because believe it or not, homosexuality used to be illegal. At one time, homosexuality was considered a mental disease. Like if you were a homosexual, you were deemed to have a mental illness. And homosexuality also was illegal. It was illegal to become a homosexual. And if they f- and back then in the 60s, homosexuality was illegal in all but one state, and that was the state of Illinois. So if the police were tipped off that homosexuals tend to reside in one specific area, that they would do raids and round them up and take them to jail. Boy, I wish that they could bring that back. I wish they could really bring that back. Wouldn't that be nice? But now, but now, and it was because of that. That's when all of the activism started to come up as far as trying to protect gay rights, which unfortunately was granted to the homosexuals when the Civil Rights Act was implemented. Oh, did you think the Civil Rights Act was just for blacks? No, the Civil Rights Act gave additional rights to blacks and gave even more rights to gays. And it was the start of what you're seeing today. Gay pride, gay pride parades, and in these gay pride parades, the main thing that you see is you're seeing men, homosexual men, and lesbian females dressed in a sexual manner, and they're calling it Pride Month. They're calling it Pride Month. So you're proud to prance around as a homosexual? Since when was that proud? Why would that be a profound moment for anyone other than to feel that you should be able to live in obscurity? You know, we all knew that homosexuality existed. I mean, it's not a secret that homosexuality existed for a long time. However, homosexuality was always a taboo subject, and it should be. I mean, people should live their lives however they want, if that's what you want to live. I mean, if you want to live an immoral life, you should be granted the right to do so. However, to promote this, I mean, to promote this, to promote this to the point where you're forcing this ideology and forcing people to accept it, including children. That is plain wrong. That is evil. Evil to the core. Okay? Now, now in America for this month, they want to celebrate perverted and deviant sex. And I'm puzzled by this considering the fact that America was founded on Christian principles. So if America was founded on Christian principles, then why would America at the same token celebrate something that is counterintuitive of what the country was initially founded upon? Because if you see right here, it there are many verses in the Bible that speaks about homosexuality, that speaks against homosexuality. And keep in mind, um, America was founded upon Christian principles. For instance, in Leviticus 18-22, it states, "You shall not lie with the male as with a woman. It is an abomination." In Leviticus 20:13, if a man lies with a male as with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. their blood is upon them. In Jude 1-7, such as Sodom and Gomorrah and the surrounding cities, which likewise indulged in sexual immorality and pursued unnatural desires, serves an example by undergoing a punishment of eternal fire. Hmm. That means they will forever be damned in hell. Romans 126-28. For this reason, God gave them up to dishonorable passions. For the women exchanged natural relations for those that are contrary to nature. And the man likewise gave up natural relations with women and were consumed with passions for one another, men committing shameless acts with men and receiving in themselves the due penalty for their error. It says they did not see fit to acknowledge God. God gave them up to a debased mind to do what they ought not to be done. And then finally in Mark 10-6 through 9. But the beginning of creation, God made them male and female. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. What therefore God has joined together, let not man separate. Clearly, in the Bible, which follows the word of God, clearly shows that homosexuality is a sin. Or that, yeah, that homosexuality um not is a sin. Not only that, but homosexuality is an abomination. So as a country that was founded on Christian principles, why are we then going against the very idea that 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 was defined upon us as Americans? Well, I'll tell you why. Because now um America has now accepted a secular version of this country. They have laxed what the main values that made this country great, and are starting to take on a new way of thinking. And trust me, this this way of thinking is accepted abroad. I mean, this way is this way of thinking, this way of doing, this secular way of thinking is accepted in both political parties, Democrat and Republican, and it's an ideology that is what is bringing America down. And it's the type of and it's the reason why this ideology is why you are seeing the things that you're seeing today. All right. Men, um, immoral men and immoral women are engaging in a sexual deviant manner. And for the month of June, it is okay. I mean, that's just equivalent to Purge, to the movie Purge, where within 24 hours, it was okay for you to go out and murder whoever you wanted to. Now, I understand that is a movie, but it has the same correlates. And it's amazing that people are willing to be a part of this. And it's one thing that they're willing to be a part of this, and and they are allowing their children to be a part of this as well. It's amazing. It is amazing. But Pride Month, what is so proud about about exposing yourself as a homosexual? Really? Where is the pride in that? For example, I want you guys to take a look at this and let me know if this should be something to be proud of, if this is something that should be celebrated um, for the month of June, if this should be something that you should give a whole month to. Just take a look.
No sense of propriety, or even a mutual love. I mean, this is promoting instead a really highly sexual
So, so I'm going to rewind this back because I want you guys to take a look at this.
time and place.
Okay, so you see this um this confused man right here. He could be a pedophile as well. So this man is walking around topless, I guess pretending to be a female, and he is dressed in a sexual manner. Okay. Tell me what type of pride are you actually exemplifying? Like what type of pride are you displaying? Where's the pride in this? I just want to know. I want to know. Where is the pride in portraying yourself in a immoral, sexualized manner?
Dignity, no sense of propriety, or even a mutual love. I mean,
I mean, these are grown men pretending to dress like prostitutes, and they're allowing themselves to be displayed in public um in a sexualized manner. These men these men are exposing themselves, all right? They are basically committing a crime in public. But for the sake of Pride Month, this is considered acceptable. How? If a person like me decided to bare all of my clothes and walk down the street, I would be apprehended for committing a lewd act, like I should, just as I should. So why in the world, as a society, will we accept a man uh, who is a man who is dressed in a provocative manner, who is bearing himself to the public? Why would we allow this and not speak out against this, and not make sure that this type of act is barred from public? I can't walk around bearing my whole body in public. Why should this confused man? Why should this confused man right here? Why should he be allowed to do that?
this is promoting instead
I mean, I'm just look at this. This man is riding his bike in a fishnets and his own underwear. Like this man is riding a bike with fishnets and underwear, and this is considered Pride Month. This is what these confused people are proud of, and this is what you expect America to embrace. You want America to embrace a man that is committing a crime by bearing himself naked So the pride is in grown men, which could be pedophiles. The pride is in grown men committing a lewd act in public, and everybody's supposed to be okay with it, nor should anyone speak out against it. I don't think so.
A really highly sexualized world, and say the same whether they were gay, bi, or straight, in which American
I mean, look at this. Another confused man. This is a man. Okay, this is a man. No such thing as trans anything. This is a man. This is a grown man walking around in female clothes. Rather than celebrating this man, we should be trying to help this man overcome whatever it is that he's going through so that he can snap out of this, because no real man would would portray themselves in that manner. No normal man would ever wear a dress and a wig and pretend to be a female. That's not what normal men do. And clearly this man is not normal. So conversion therapy would work well for him. But instead, people embrace this type of behavior. Amazing.
schools and libraries even invite drag queens to educate children, with some woke parents.
And that's grooming, because you're teaching children that this lifestyle is okay. And keep in mind, you cannot celebrate Pride Month. I'm sorry. You cannot celebrate Perverted and Deviant Sex Month without teaching the children about perverted and deviant sex, because you want the children to accept homosexuals. Well, how can they accept homosexuals if they don't understand who homosexuals are? Ah. And you see, that's what they're trying to groom the children on. And this is the very thing that exists in classrooms, in the workforce, whether it's public or private. They are grooming your children. They are indoctrinating your children with this type of ideology. So, in the event that you want to send your children to school, just understand that this is what they're going to be presented. Just understand that.
Getting the drag queens to dress their children in drag too, and then work the room.
And as a parent whose main job is to protect their children, how can how any responsible parent can expose their children to a perverted and deviant lifestyle is criminal. Really, that is the true example of child abuse. You shouldn't be able to keep your children if you're going to expose your children to this type of ideology, an ideology which is of nothing more than sex, not sex to procreate, but sex to indulge in. It's all about sex, but it's perverted and deviant sex.
For some cash. That's the progressive United States. Progressive.
So yes, I mean it's amazing that this is a part of our country. This country is celebrating perverted and deviant sex, and all of the media is celebrating it, including Fox News, which by the way I ditched about a year ago. At the moment that Fox News started to started to celebrate Perverted and Deviant Sex Month, that's when that was the day that I realized that Fox News is no longer a conservative network. They are a globalist, elitist network, just like CNN, MSDNC, and all the rest of them. They are a network that is of the matriarchal ruling. You can tell that whoever runs Fox News is either a weak is either ran by weak men or by um or by women, because there's no way that a strong man, that a masculine male would allow Fox News to run a whole segment celebrating Perverted and Deviant Sex Month. There's no way. So Fox News falls just alongside CNN, MSDNC, NBC, ABC, CBS. All right. They are all about about putting out the agenda that appeases these people, these confused radical people. That is amazing. That is some amazing stuff. But Perverted and Deviant Sex Month has now infiltrated into uh corporate America. So now you have corporate entities such as Chick-fil-A, Bud Light, Harley Davidson, Target. All of these corporate companies are now bending the knee to the confused group, and they're paying dearly for it, losing billions and billions and billions of dollars. Yes, if you want this to to stop, if you want to put an end to this, all you have to do is just boycott their products. If everyone takes a stand and says, "You know what? We're not taking your products," then they'll have no choice but to stop. But as long as you support these companies, they're going to continue to keep doing what they're doing, because in the end, as long as their bottom line is not affected, they'll go for it. And I don't understand why these corporate, well, actually I do understand. But it doesn't make any sense to cater to a group that makes up only 5% of the US population. Yet every single corporate company is looking to cater and panter to this radical group that are looking to take your children and turn them into homosexuals. So that's what this is all about. This is all about promoting perverted and deviant sex. It won't lead to procreation, because the moment that you engage in that, procreation ends. It ends. It's all about having perverted and deviant sex. That's what it's all about. So the pride is promoting perverted and deviant sex. There lies the pride. That's amazing. But as long as I am on the prowl, I will continue to expose this for what it is. So if they want children to be a part of this, that means that they want their children to engage in perverted and deviant sex. And that's what it comes down to. Amazing. But thank you guys so much for joining my show. And like the show, share the show, and also If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my channel. And with that being said, this is the conservative. I'm signing out. All right. Have a blessed Sunday. Amazing.